Record.
A very good morning to our lecturer, my and fellow friends. My name is Vinodini Ganesan, and
My name is Intan binti Abdul Halim,
And my name Nur Umira binti Amir.
we are from DHFOB. Today, we would like to present about our mini project. That firstly, we start with introduction. Our group carry out a survey to analyze the number of students in DHF1B about follow SOP in library at library in Polytechnic Sultan Idrisha. The purpose of the research is identify is the student follow SOP and the way to encourage the student and create an awareness about COVID-19 pandemic among DHF 1B student. Moreover, the research question was what can be done to encourage the student to follow SOP and and then how to create an awareness about COVID-19 pandemic among DHF 1B student in Polytechnic Sultan Idrisha. Okay, next I would like to give Intan to present about the next slide.
Okay, next is meteorology. For our respondent, we use students from the HF1B of PSIS because the HF1B are new students in PSIS and we suggest to know how they follow SOP in library. For our primary data, we use questionnaire from Google Form. As the question, we start from for week 4 until week 7 and we took 5 days to the HF1B to fill up this questionnaire. Next, I will pass to my friend Umira.
Okay. The total of section is 4 section. Each part of the questionnaire is section 1 demographic, section 2 to identify is the student SOP in PC's library, section 3 the way encourage student to follow SOP at library, section 4 to create awareness about COVID-19 pandemic among the HF1B student. The sample each of the question is section 1 gender, section 2 mask will be provided to those who does not have mask, section 3 one table is limited to people in library, and lastly section 4 make the distance line in library. Next I will pass to Intan.
Okay, for demographic, we choose gender. For female, we have 87% and male 13% because female has more than male in the classes. Next, my presentation about this bar is to identify is the student follow SOP in library. For question 1 and 2, most of the students say yes, that means they follow the SOP in library thesis. For the question 3, 96%, 96.7% is use hand sanitizer and 3.3% is not use their hand sanitizer. For question 4, 93.3 for the HF1B is maintain follow social distance in PC's library, but 6.7 is not follow social distance in library. Question 5, student is check their temperature. 96.7 is check their temperature, but 3.3 is not check their temperature before entering the library. Lastly, for question 6, 90% most of students follow the line distance that library provide, but 10% did not follow the line distance that library provide. That's all for me. I will pass to my friend Vino.
Okay, thank you, Intan. Now I would like to explain this bar chart. The title of this bar chart is the way encourage student to follow the SOP at library. The vertical axis is number of answers, and the horizontal axis is questions. When we see this bar chart, the question 2 is dramatically higher from others questions that the library staff advised to students that whoever haven't followed the SOP, the students are 100% agree to the statement. And the question one is, does the COVID-19 awareness poster effect or not? So 90% students agree. They are they are feel feel the awareness poster effect to them, and 10% students are disagree. At the same time, question 3 and question 4 remain the same answers, that are 93.3% of the students are agree, and 6.7% student are disagree for the statement. The question 3 was the staff should be provide and sanitizer in each table library, and question 4 is mask will be provided to those who doesn't have the mask. The student was 93 of them agreed for the statement. And lastly, question 5 is little bit fell slightly, that is on table is limited to two people in library of Polytechnic Sultan Idrisha. The answer was 66 from 66.7 percent students agree for the statement, and 33.3% disagree for the statement. And next, I would like to present pass the slide to present to Umira.
The last of bar line, the last is bar line, rough line. The title is to create awareness about COVID-19 pandemic among the HF1B student. That we can see the vertical axis is number of answer and the horizontal axis is question. Question 1 that have uh, 89.7% students say yes, and have 13.3% say no. Question 2 and question 3, the same people, most the people say yes at 63.3 and say no is 6.7. The question 4, uh, the most people say yes because uh, because the question is make the distance line in the library. So they follow the SOP because have the distance line. And lastly, question 5, say yes is the most people say yes is 99.7 and say no 3.3%. We can see that the question can create awareness to the student about COVID-19. Next, conclusion. In conclusion, after collecting the result for our questionnaire, we discover that majority of my viewers will be female between 18 until 19. The most of students in the HF1B are follow the SOP at library in PSIS. We are learned about in this project the student and all the people must do be follow the SOP because save the world from COVID-19 pandemic. Lastly, we suggest that this survey to share the whole student in PCs and cover as many options as possible in response option. And I hope the COVID-19 will recover as soon as possible, so we can live as usually. But we must take care safe too. That's all. Thank you from us.